Good day everyone. Today we will report the section 2. The topic is court and equipment. So, court specification. The dimensions and measurements for the standard pickleball court are, so this is standard pickleball court. So the court shall be rectangular measurement. So ang court is rectangular. Then ang iyahang measurement is 20 feet or 6.10 meter wide. So iyahang kalapdon is 20 feet. Then iyahang and 44 feet long for the both singles and doubles matches. So iyahang baseline is 20 feet or 6.10 meter wide na ang dra sa baseline. Then ang sa sideline measurement ana is 44 feet or 13.41 meter. So court measurement shall be made to the outside of the perimeter and non-valley zone lines. All lines shall be 2 inches or 5.08 centimeter wide and the same color, clearly contrasting with the color of the playing surface. So, kabantay mo ang white nga mga lines. So, ang iyahang lapdon ana is 2 inches ra siya or 5.08 centimeter iyang kalapdon. So next, the minimum playing surface area measures 30 feet or 9.14 meter wide and 60 feet or 18.29 meter long. A 10 foot or 3.05 meters surrounding margin measures 40 feet or 12.19 meter by 64 feet 19.51 meter. So ang overall is 40 feet by 64 feet. So this is the other recommendation for playing surface dimensions. So nadri ang purpose, width or feet or meters, length feet or meter. So sa new construction, ang iyahang measurement is, yung width is 34, 10.36 meter, then iyang length is 64 or 19.5 meter. Then sa tournament play is 34 feet or 10.36 meter, then ang iyang length is 64 feet or 19.5 meter, same sila sa new construction. Then sa wheelchair play, ang iyang width is 44 feet or 13.41 meter. Then iyang length is 74 feet or 22.56 meter. And then iyang stadium court, iyang width is 50 feet or 15.24 meter. And then iyang length is 80 feet or 24.30.
Hey guys, so this is my report. 2B. Lines and areas. The lines and areas of the standard pickleball court are explained below. So, the first one is baselines. So, the baselines is the lines parallel to the net at each end of the court. The second one is sidelines. The lines perpendicular to the net on each side of the court. B3. Non-valley zone NVZ. The area of the court specific to each team on either side of the net, handed by a line between the two sidelines or non-valley zone line, parallel 2 and 7 feet 2.13 meters from the net. All NVZ lines are part of the NVZ. B4. Service court. The area beyond the NVZ on either side of the center line, including the center line, sideline, and baseline. So the B5 is center line. The line down to the center of the court on either side of the net, extending from the NVZ to the baseline, separating the odd and even courts. So the next one is right even court. The service area on the right side of the court when facing the net. 5. B7. Left odd court. The service area on the left side of the court when facing the net. So, the next one is 2C. Net specification. Material. First is the material. The net may be made of any mesh fabric material that will not allow a hull to pass. Post. Net post should be 22 feet, positive and negative 0.0 inches, 6.71 meters from the inside of the one post of the inside of the other post. The maximum diameter of the net post should be 3 inches or 7.62 centimeter. The C3 size. The net length should be at least 21 feet to 9 inches, 6.63 meter. Extend from one post to other. The net height from the bottom edge of the net, the top should be at least 30 inches. C4 edge. The top of the net should be edged with a 2-inch 5.08 centimeter white tape binding over a cord or cable running through the binding. This binding must rest upon the cord or cable. C5. Center strap and height. A center strap is recommended for permanent and net and must be placed at the center of the net to enable AC adjustment to 34 inches or 86.36 centimeter. Requirement at center, the top shall be 36 inches or 91.44 centimeter. High at the sidelines. C6. If the net drapes onto the court and such as configuration is not corrected by the tournament staff prior to the start of play, and if the referee deems a ball is affected by drafting net, it shall result in reapply. The ball picture on the left with large holes is customarily used for indoor play, and the ball picture of the knight is customarily used for outdoor play. Colors may vary, however, all approved balls. So that's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, this is my report. It's all about ball specification, and my name is Rin Latacador. And 2D1 design. The ball shall have a minimum of 26 to a maximum of 40 circular holes with spacing of the holes and overall design of the ball conforming to a flight characteristics. The ball must have a manufacturer's or supplier's name or logo printed on or embossed on the surface. 2D2 approval to the tournament director will choose the tournament ball. The ball selected for play in any UEC pickleball sanctioned tournament must be named on the official list of approval balls posted on the USA Pickleball website, USA Pickleball or .org. 2D3 construction. The ball shall be made of a durable material molded with a smooth surface and free of texturing. The ball will be one uniform color except for identification markings. The ball may have a slight ridge at the seam as long as it does not significantly figure 2-27 impact. The ball's flight characteristics. 2E paddle specification. 2E1 materials. The paddle must be made of any material deemed safe and not prohibited by these rules. The paddle shall be made for non-compressible compressible materials meeting the criteria located on the USA Pickleball website. 2E2 surface. The paddle's heating surface shall not contain delamination, holes, cracks, or indentation that break the paddle skin or surface. 2D2 reflection. The paddle's heating surface shall not be adversely reflective, such that it has the potential to negatively affect the vision of opposing players. 2E3 size. The combined length and wide, including any edge guard and butt cap, shall not exceed 24 inches. 60.96 cm. The paddle length cannot exceed 17 inches, which is 43.18 cm. There is no restriction on paddle thickness. 2E4 weight. There is no restriction on paddle weight. 2E5 alterations. Altered paddles must meet all the specifications. 2E5. The only alterations or additions that may be made to a commercially made paddle are edge guard tape, lead tape, changes to the grip size or grip wrap, and name decals and or other identification markings on the paddle surface. 2E5 point B. Decals and tape can extend no farther than 1.0 inch to 2.54 cm. Above the top of the grip, nor more than 0.5 inch or 1.27 cm inside the outer edge of a paddle, or if an edge guard is in place, 0.5 inch inside the edge guard. 2E5.C hand-drawn or handwritten markings are allowed on the paddle's playing surface as long as they do not impact the surface roughness and are in good taste. No aftermarket graphics are allowed on a commercial made paddle other than hand-drawn or handwritten pen markings. Any hand-drawn or handwritten depictions must be in good taste. 2E6 prohibited surface features and mechanical features. 2E6.A anti-skid paint or any textured with sand, rubber, particles, or any materials that causes additional spin. 2E6.B rubber and synthetic rubber. 2E6.C sandpaper characteristics. 2E6.D moving parts that can increase head momentum. 2E6E removable parts. No removable parts except for paddle grip, adjustments and or grip wraps and lead tape on the paddle edge. 2E.7 model designation. The paddle must have a manufacturer provided and clearly marked brand and model name or model number or on paddle. The brand and model information may be shown on the paddle by a manufacturer affix decal. That's all.
Equipment approval and authorization. UAC Pickleball approved paddle list. Players are responsible for confirming that the paddle that they are using for match play is approved and list as passed. On the UAC Pickleball approved paddle list, this list of approved equipment may be posted on the UAC Pickleball website. UAC Pickleball violation. If at any point during the tournament it is determined that a player is using a paddle that violates any of the paddle specifications or is not listed on the UAC Pickleball approved paddle list as passed, the following penalties apply. If the violation is identified prior to the match starting, the player may switch to a paddle list as passed on the UAC Pickleball approved paddle list without penalty. If the violation is identified after the match has started, the player on team partakes only the match being played. If the violation is discovered after the score sheet is returned to the tournament operation days, the match result stand. Apparel, safety and restriction. A player may be required to change garments that are inappropriate. Depiction, graphics inside these pictures and writing on apparel must be in good taste. Footwear. Shoes must have soles that do not mark or damage the court's playing surface. Violation. The tournament director has the authority to enforce apparel change if the player refuses to comply with the apparel rules. The tournament director may declare forfeit of the match.
Thank you.